Welcome back, people. We got another video. This is on the Samebike Lo26 version 2. You could always do this on the Lo26. I've done lots and lots of upgrades on this bike. So many that we have got a playlist of e-bikes and electric scooters. We've upgraded the battery, tyres, inner tube, the head stem, the front suspension, the handlebars, full hydraulic brakes, rear air shock suspension today. Let me put this just down there for a second. Today we are going to install new air forks. They look awesome. Now, £120 it cost me, shipped from China. And if we look here, what's that say there? Okay, so rider's weight, it's telling me how much PSI I've got to put in there. And I've got to put in around about 120 PSI I've got to put into these. It shows me there. I am going to take a picture of that just in case it ever gets dirty or rips off. We've got an O-ring there and we've got our level guide. Of course, we've got the adjustment here at the bottom there for certain clicks. And up here in the top, we have the air where we'd unscrew that. And there's the valve. We will pump it up after. So if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Any comments, questions, leave in the comments section below. And we're going to have plenty more videos on this bike, but this is going to be a major upgrade, and I'm trying to do it on the cheap. So I'm not going to change the bearings, I'm not going to change any of all of that stuff, just literally the front forks. Anything that I've used in this video I will leave in the description below, just in case you want to order it. So the first things first is a bottom race. We need a bottom race because it doesn't come with one. I've got a split fourth, and the reason why is just in case it was bigger or smaller. So I'm going to get that. We also have the race tool, but for this one, as long as you're buying the same race as me, because it's a split one, I don't think we're going to need that. We also get a little part with it, if I can angle it. So the part that sits in the top, I can't remember the name of this, but you have to push that in there. So that's what I've done. I put a screw in. I put a screw in there, and then I held it like that. And I'm going to give you a quick little demonstration. Let me put that in my pocket. So we hold it like this. We hold it in place, so then that, I haven't got my hammer around, and then you just bang it down in there, pretty much like that. That's it. Once you've done that, you can then take that screw back out of there, which I can't do. Let me get an Allen key. Is that the right one? No, that's the wrong one. Try this one. Oh man, trust me to not have the right one in my hand. That is absolutely typical. Oh, that's almost. No, not quite. Alright, I'm going to have to undo that. So for me to do that, I'm going to grab my grips real quick. Ugh. There we go. There we go, loosen that off. Take that bolt out. So that bolt, I've got an old headset. The old headset, I took the screw out of the old headset, screwed it into that part. That part you have to put in yourself. Now, I haven't got the tool for this, so I just screwed that in there like that. I held it, bang it on top quite hard. If you've got a hammer, that's probably the better, easier way to do it. Alright, we've got our work cut out here today, so enough talking, more action. Let's get down to business. For the race tool, as I said, I don't really need that. So this race, cheap enough, this one. It's all we do is we get this, we put it down over the top here, and you'll see it comes down. And if it doesn't sit down, you'd use the raise tool to bang it down. But I think I can just, yeah, there you go. Hear it click. Perfect. So that is on the bottom there. That's sitting dead flush. I actually don't even need to bang that down at all, but I'm going to give it a little tap just to be on the safe side. As I say, I don't really need to do this, but let's just put it, and then just like that, just to make sure it stays there. Okay. I am so looking forward to these forks. It's unreal. So I've already undone the caliper here. I've undone that ready. I'm gonna undo the front wheel. I'm gonna remove that, because that will not need to be on there, and it will just make things a little bit more difficult. So let's take that off, move that to one side. Other forks, new ones, we'll put that to one side. So my plan is to unscrew everything, use the original bearings. Most people would put new ones, but as I said, I'm trying to do this the most cheapest possible way. Take the camera angle up a bit more. I'm trying to do this the cheapest way I possibly can. God, that one is proper tight, that. Now of course I'm going to be making a video of me riding off road like this and riding around on the streets like it and stuff like that. Right, so I'm going to pull out this little small rubber cap here, put that to one side, and then undo the centre part here. So I measured everything. Hopefully I've measured everything perfect. If I have, then we don't need to cut the handlebars down or anything like that. They're the same size as the Lo26, the Samebike Lo26. I'm very sure it's the same size. So because it looks like the same size, I'm pretty sure measurements are going to be okay. Alright, so we pull that up, pull that out, there we go. I'm going to put that off to the side. And then my plan is just to take all of that off, stick the other forks straight on top of there. I'm going to take off these parts here first, and then if we lift up and then push down a little bit, we've got our other little bits and pieces here. So I'm going to keep everything in a line, and then that way we know what piece goes back on where. Alright, so we lift it up. There we go. Alright. Cool. I'm going to take off that. I'm sure that's the yeah, that's the bottom piece. So there's got a bottom race on there. Very small bottom race, as you can see. So I probably could use the original, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to unscrew my good old multi-purpose pot of grease here that I brought about 2 years ago. It's lasted so long. Alright, I'm just going to absolutely coat the living thing out of it, like that. Okay, then I'm going to get a bit of grease here, even though that bearings looks fine, I'm just gonna whip a little bit around on that bearing there as well, and then this bearing will sit on top of our new race like so. Now I can take that one glove off. I did this on purpose so that way we don't cover the whole entire bike in grease. Now I've got a clean glove. Okay, so I lift the bike up, sit those slowly down into there. There we go. So that sits like that. And then we'll put each piece back on there bit by bit. Okay, I did have it right the first time. So there's that part. Then that part. Does it sit that way? Yep. And then we get this piece, the little piece of rubber that pushes down into the center there, and then the other piece sits over the top. Our two spacers. I do have more spacers if it's not the right size. I've got more spacers, but I do, yeah, that will be okay. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that will be fine. So now I've got that, I'm going to put the handlebars back on before I put the wheel back on. So let's drop that down and see. I'm probably going to need more spacers. Alright, I am. Even though it measured right, it's too big. I'm going to have to pause the video, look around for some more spacers, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I really cannot understand why this does not fit, because the measurements says it's right. Anyway, I've already added one, it's not enough. I've got another 3. Hopefully this is going to be enough. If it isn't, this video is going to be delayed. So I'm really hoping. So I've already got one on there extra. Add another one. That's hold on, let's try position. Maybe 1 there, 2, 3, okay, 4. There'll be 4 spacers on there. Alright, let's see if that's enough. Okay, I think that would be, but I'm going to put another one on just in case. If I take off the thinner one, is that one thinner? I don't know. I'm going to put all of them on. Let's put them all on. Let's see if that does the job. Okay, yeah, I'm going to need to have all of those spacers on there. That's just about right like that. Okay, anyway, let's get our top bolt in so it holds everything together. I really don't understand that. Every measurement was absolutely perfect, so that way I did not have to buy new handlebars, or I did not have to buy new handlebars, so I didn't have to cut down the bars, the forks, and also so that way I didn't have to bother buying spacers and stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure what happened to the measurement there. Now of course, if you don't have spacers, you always could cut them down a little bit, but I think it's probably better off just to get those spacers on there rather than cutting them down. This is a really long screw. You know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tighten up these side ones because I don't feel like that top bolt is going in properly. I just need something to hold it in place whilst I lift it up, put on that front wheel, and then once we put that front wheel on, then I can adjust that properly. Okay, so that's that. And then on the bottom here, so the bearings, you might have to change your bearings if there's any balls missing out of it, but mine seem to be okay. So they have this bottom protection on there, the bottom part of the fork. Yeah, mine is okay, but always check yours first. If it's not, if there's a couple of balls missing out of it, you are going to need new ones. It probably is recommended to buy some just as a safety measure. Let me undo this a little more. This quick release. It's not sitting on there properly. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit awkward doing some things by yourself sometimes, but awkward, yes. Impossible, no. Come on, we're almost there. There we go. That finally got it. All right. Let's quickly do that up. I'm not going to do that major tight for now. I just want it on there. Wow, look at them. This actually made the front end of the bike higher, which is not a bad thing, because as I'm riding, I used to be leaning down a little, so it's actually really done me a favour, that being up higher. Trust me to do this on the most hottest day of the year as well. Oh well. It's because I'm impatient. I can't wait around for these things. Okay, this bolt is going in. It's just not going in as quick as what I would like it to, that's all. It might be easier just to keep doing it like that. Put it in, go around, take it out, put it in. We do it that way. Wow, I can't believe how good these forks look. I really cannot wait to go off-road and check these things out. I've really been waiting for these patiently. Really have been waiting. So the bottom race tool, I don't really think personally you need that. As long as you're buying the same race as what I had, you won't need it. Although you are definitely 100%, you are going to need more head spacers. Whether you've got the new upgraded head stem like me, or even if you have the original head stem that come with the bike, you are going to need more spacers, unless you're willing to cut the forks. I don't want to cut down the forks. It's messy, it could go wrong. If you measure something, always measure it about 4 or 5 times, then you can't get it wrong. But I'd rather not take that chance and just add them a little bit more head spacers there. And as I said, all it's doing is just rising up my handlebars that little bit more, and I wouldn't really say no to that, to be fair. Okay, so now we're at that part, we can loosen off these side bolts. There we go. We're going to make sure that I'm pushing it down whilst I tighten up this centre bolt. This centre bolt is going to pull everything together nice and tight. I want to see if I'm able still to move the bars nice and smoothly. Need to make sure that wheel is dead straight. The bars are. Okay, still nice and smooth. Everything feel tight? Not quite. There's a little bit of play there. I do want some play, but not too much. Still a tiny bit of play there. Let's just go a tiny bit more. Okay, let's push it down a little bit. And then just a tiny bit more of a turn. Is that? There you go. Is that okay? Let's feel. I don't think there's any more play there. I'm pretty sure there isn't. So I'm going to keep it pushed down. And then we've got to tighten up these side bolts here. Now, I'm not a bike expert, nor am I qualified or got any qualifications in bikes, but the one good thing is, my whole life I've done nothing but mess around with bikes, normal bikes. But electric bikes seem to be my thing now. I always seem to manage to fix problems with it, upgrade parts and things. Now, of course, if I do have any problems with these forks, or have any problem with this bike at all, there will be more videos in the future on it. But for now, so far so good. The only one problem we really did have, which was the converter. The front throttle was working, but the pass pedal assist, for whatever reason, it was not working. I don't know why, but I decided to take the converter apart, and I noticed that the MOSFETs were, some of them were burned out. So I replaced the converter. Since then, my pass pedal assist has finally been working okay. Oh, turned on my headlight there. Alright, so that feels nice and smooth, the way it should be. Let's see any movement there. No, I don't think there's movement there. So that is pretty much fixed up. Look at that. Wow, that is nice. The only one thing I do need to do now is pump up my, I've got to pump up my air forks here, which I'm going to do 120 psi with a psi pump. So I've got to find that pump somewhere around. It's around. I'll find that and I'll bring you guys back in a sec. Alright, I'm back again. Sorry that this video's taken a bit of time, but I like to make sure that things are done properly. So high pressure shock pump, shown this before. So we take it out and unscrew our top cap here. Put that in my pocket. And we're going to screw on our top part of our valve. Oh, I really can't wait to hit the trail on this. That's going to be awesome. Okay, so in fact, it already does have some air in there. As you see, I've just let the air out. Okay, so 120 psi. Drop off just a little bit there. Hold on. No, too much. There you go, 120. So they already come with the air already inside, so if you haven't got a shock pump, it's really handy, but you are going to need one eventually anyway, so probably recommended to buy one. Okay, so I can't hold my front fork. That tightens it, doesn't it? Okay, that tightens it onto the looses. It's kind of hard to do it because I haven't got the front brake on, but I'm just going to ram it down hard and fast. And as you can see, the O-ring has moved up to just under 80 there, so I'm going to take it back down again. I'm going to jerk force. There you go, and one more time. Nice, there you go. That was really high pressure, and I've still got plenty more left on that O-ring, so that 120 psi seems to be perfect. I'm going to get my air cap again, screw that back on, and there we go. I'm not going to bother showing you me putting on the disc brake. We showed how to set up hydraulic disc brakes and normal pull cable and semi-hydraulic brakes. I've shown all of that, but anyway, I hope this video did help you out. Leave it in the comments section below if you've got any comments at all. Keep an eye out for future videos on this bike, any problems or even just testing out those new forks. Hope you guys did enjoy this one. We'll catch you people again soon for some more fun and games. I am out.